On a quiet year-end night, James and Diệp discover what true family feels like as they wrap Banchung by the fire with little Nee in their small wooden house. But when the flames burn low and dawn approaches, will this simple night be enough to change how they see home forever? Hello everyone, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're going to explore a gentle and heartfelt moment as James, Diệp, and their adopted daughter Nee spend a simple night in the small wooden house James once built for Diệp, shopping together, wrapping traditional Banchung, and sitting by the fire until dawn. If you enjoy warm, slow family stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next videos. The morning air is cool and quiet, the kind of quiet that only exists in the countryside at the very end of the year. Thin mist still lingers around the small wooden house James once built with his own hands. The house stands modestly among trees and grass, but there's a warmth to it now that didn't exist before. Not from the wood or the sunlight, but from the people living inside. Diệp wakes up first. She sits up slowly, listening. From the other side of the room, she can hear the soft, steady breathing of Nee still curled up in her blanket. James lies nearby, one arm stretched instinctively in their direction, as if even in sleep he's making sure they're there. Diệp smiles faintly. For a moment, she just sits there, letting the stillness settle in her chest. Outside, a rooster crows somewhere in the distance. Another answers, "The day is beginning. Today feels different." She slips out of bed quietly and steps onto the wooden floor. The boards creak softly under her feet, a familiar sound that somehow makes the house feel more alive. She moves toward the small kitchen area and pours herself a cup of warm water, staring out the window as she drinks. Beyond the glass, the sky is pale blue, washed clean by the cold. It's almost Tet. Behind her, she hears movement. James stirs, blinking as he sits up. It takes him a second to remember where he is, then his eyes land on Diep's back, and his expression softens. "Morning," he says quietly, his voice still rough with sleep. Diep turns and smiles. "You're up early." He glances toward Nee, still asleep. "Didn't want to miss anything today." That one sentence carries more weight than he realizes. Diep nods. "I was thinking, we should go to the market this morning, buy everything we need." James leans against the doorway, rubbing his hands together for warmth. "For the Banchung?" "Yes." Her eyes brighten a little. "If we wait too long, the good leaves will be gone." James chuckles softly. "All right, you're the boss." At the sound of their voices, Nee stirs. She rolls over, hair messy, eyes half open. "Are we going somewhere?" she asks, voice thick with sleep. Diep walks over and kneels beside her. "We're going to the market, to buy things to make Banchung." Nee's eyes open wider. "At home? Yes, here." Diep gestures around the room. "And in this house?" Nee sits up immediately, all sleep gone. "I want to help." James smiles at her enthusiasm. "Then we better hurry, the market won't wait for us." They leave the house a little later, bundled in light jackets. Diep carries a woven basket. James takes another, larger one. Nee walks between them, holding onto both their hands as they head down the small dirt path leading toward the village. The market is already busy when they arrive. It's not big, but it's lively. Stalls packed close together, voices overlapping, colours everywhere. Bundles of green ladong stacked neatly, sacks of white sticky rice, baskets of golden mung beans, slabs of fresh pork laid out on wooden boards. Nee's eyes dart from one thing to another. "Why are the leaves so big?" she asks. Diep crouches down beside a stall and picks up a leaf, showing her. "Because they have to wrap the whole bun. See how strong they are?" James watches closely as Diep inspects the leaves, flipping them over, checking their veins. He wouldn't know the difference, but the way she does it, calm, confident, makes him trust her completely. "These are good," she tells the vendor. James hands over the money without hesitation. As they move on, Diep explains each ingredient, not like a lesson, but like a story. "This rice needs to be soaked overnight," she says, tapping the sack gently. The beans too. The meat has to be cut just right. James nods, committing everything to memory, even though he knows he'll probably forget half of it later. Nye clutches the basket proudly when Diep lets her carry it. "I'm helping," she announces to no one in particular. "You're doing a very important job," James says seriously. On the walk back, the baskets are heavier, but their steps are lighter. The sun has risen higher now, warming their backs as they approach the wooden house again. Inside, the house fills with movement. Diep spreads the leaves out on the table, rinsing them carefully. The sound of running water mixes with quiet conversation. James pours rice into a large bowl, watching the grains spill like tiny pearls. Nye sits nearby, handing things over when asked, sometimes before anyone even needs them. James laughs when she gives him a bundle of string for the third time. "I promise, I'll tell you when I need it." She grins, just in case. As Diep washes the leaves, she glances over at them. James and Nee are bent over the table together, their heads close, whispering about something she can't hear. The sight tightens her chest in the best possible way. This house. It was once just wood and nails, a place James built for her because he wanted her to feel safe. Now it's something else entirely. By late morning, everything is prepared. Leaves stacked neatly, rice soaking, beans ready. Diep wipes her hands and looks around the room. "We'll start wrapping tonight." James nods. "I'll take care of the fire." Nee claps her hands softly. "Can I stay up?" Diep exchanges a glance with James, then smiles. "We'll see." Outside, the day continues on, unaware of the quiet tradition being prepared inside a small wooden house, where 3 people are slowly, naturally becoming a family. Night falls gently over the countryside, the kind of night that doesn't rush. The sky darkens slowly, layer by layer, until the wooden house is wrapped in cool air and quiet sounds. Crickets in the grass, a distant dog barking, the soft rustle of leaves outside the window. Inside, the house glows. A single warm light hangs above the table, casting a golden circle where the ingredients are laid out. The soaked rice is swollen, the mung beans are soft, and the ladong leaves shine with a deep, healthy green. Everything is ready. Diep ties her hair back and washes her hands once more out of habit. "All right," she says softly, "let's begin." James pulls a chair closer, sitting straighter than usual, like he's about to take an important test. "Just tell me what to do." Nee climbs onto her chair too, legs dangling, eyes wide with excitement. "Me too," Diep smiles. "You'll help in your own way." She demonstrates the first step slowly, laying the leaves in a cross, smoothing them flat, explaining why each layer matters. Her voice is calm, steady, the kind that makes even complicated things feel manageable. James watches closely, nodding, then tries to copy her movements. His first attempt is uneven. The leaves don't line up. The rice spills slightly to one side. He looks up, embarrassed. "Is this wrong?" Diep leans over to look, then shakes her head gently. "It's just your first one," Nee giggles. "It looks funny." James laughs too. "Hey, everyone has to start somewhere." They work like that, slowly, imperfectly, but together. Diep corrects James without making him feel clumsy. James listens carefully, asking questions. Nee hands over strings, sometimes too early, sometimes too late, but always with pride. The room fills with quiet conversation and occasional laughter. At one point, James holds up a finished banchang, squinting at it. Does this look acceptable? Diep studies it for a second, then nods. "It's good," Nee claps. "Bear made one." James freezes for half a second. The word hangs in the air, light but heavy at the same time. He looks at Nee. She doesn't seem to realise what she said, just smiling, excited. Slowly, James smiles back. "Yeah," he says softly. "Bar made one." Diep doesn't say anything. She just looks down at the leaves in her hands, blinking once before continuing. But her movements are a little gentler now. When the last banner is tied and set aside, James stands up. I'll get the fire ready. Outside, the air is colder. James stacks the firewood carefully, arranging it the way he's learned works best. He strikes a match, shielding it with his hand until the flame catches. Soon, a small fire crackles to life, its orange glow dancing against the dark. Diep brings the pot out, and together they lower the bancung inside. Water is poured in slowly, steam rising almost immediately. Nai wraps herself in a small blanket and sits on a low stool nearby, watching everything with fascination. "Do we have to stay here all night?" she asks. James crouches beside her. "That's part of it." She considers this. "I'll try." They settle into the quiet rhythm of waiting. The fire pops and hisses softly. Diep sits with her hands around a warm cup, staring into the flames. James pokes at the fire occasionally, careful not to disturb it too much. Nai leans against him, her head resting on his arm. Diep breaks the silence. "When I was little, this was my favourite part." James looks over. "The waiting?" "Yes." She smiles faintly. Everyone was tired, but no one wanted to sleep. It felt like, if you stayed awake, you were holding on to something important. James nods slowly. "I think I understand that now." Nee's eyes begin to droop. She fights it for a while, blinking hard, but eventually her head grows heavier. James notices and shifts slightly, pulling her closer. He drapes his jacket over her shoulders without thinking, adjusting it until she's comfortable. Diep watches this quietly. In the firelight, James looks different, softer, calmer. This version of him didn't exist before this house, before these nights. Nai falls asleep completely, her breathing slow and even. James lowers his voice. "Should we carry her inside?" Diep shakes her head gently. "Let her sleep here a little longer." They sit like that for a while, neither in a hurry to move. The night deepens, and the fire burns steadily. Eventually, Diep stands. "I'll bring a pillow." She returns and carefully tucks it behind Nee's head. James doesn't move, afraid to wake her. "She's heavy," he whispers, smiling. Diep smiles back. "She trusts you." The hours pass quietly. The sky begins to lighten almost imperceptibly, dark blue fading into grey. The fire has burned low, but the pot continues to simmer. James stretches, tired but content. "I didn't think something like this could feel so full." Diep looks at him. "It's not the Ben." "No," he agrees, "it's us." When the bancung are finally done, the sky is pale with early morning light. Steam rises as James lifts the lid, the familiar scent spreading through the air. Nee stirs, blinking awake. "Is it finished?" James smiles. "Yes, we did it." They bring the ban inside, placing them on the wooden table. The house feels different now, warmer, heavier with meaning. Diep looks around at the small space, at James standing beside Nee, at the quiet satisfaction on all their faces. This wooden house was built out of care, but tonight it became a home.
Nghi có kẻ trộm rình quanh nhà. CEO quang ghế đến lắng nghe và trấn an sự và tự sửa chiếc camera cũ trong kho, kéo dây lắp trước sân nhà để bảo vệ cô. Đêm đến, Linda nấu cơm nếp cẩm mời anh ở lại ăn. Hai người trò chuyện lòng ấm lại. Quang kể áp lực công ty, camera nháy sáng, bóng lạ thoáng qua và không biết Linda có sống sót qua được đêm nay không. Mọi người nếu thấy video hay, hãy cho mình một like, một subscribe. Cảm ơn mọi người nhé.